Who's just almost reaction? This is the M1 Garand, the Elder Gat, as in Gatling. I don't get it. Yeah, M1 Garand. I was always calling it M1 Grand, but no, it's Garand. Okay, is that a surname for some guy? So M1 Garand is one of the most famous rifles on the world because of its clang noise, right? People assume it's just gonna make clang noise. Nobody. It's like very specific time when it makes clang noise. I guess all Call of Duty and games get it wrong or something, right? I don't know. Like it has to empty its like thing for it to make a clang noise. Otherwise, it doesn't. Is that what it is? I don't know. But there was something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's an awesome gun. It uses what Winchester round. I don't even know what round it uses. Something like that, right? 308 round or something like that. Yeah, 308 round. Yeah, so this is like the old 20th century, 20th century old gun, which is fun. I put mod of M1 Garand in Fallout 4, so that was awesome. And even though there was like many powerful gun, I used that all the way to end. It was just with power armor using M1 Garand. There was some funniness to it, I guess. So let's do this one. Yeah, I like watching Fat Electrician. I watch Fat Electrician for different type of videos, military related, obviously. Some badass stories mostly, but I like the equipment video as well. A lot of like planes, tanks, this time guns. I don't know if I watch any other gun video, but there's many gun videos like M249, SAW, 1911 anti-cow projectile. I don't even know what that means, but okay. It was made to kill cows. I don't know. But this is M1 Garand, so let's watch it. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe so that way I know which type of videos to react to more. And you can help this channel by helping the algorithm. Yeah, if you haven't seen other reactions like this, check out the link in the description. There you find it. Or best way to do is the end of the video end card, I guess. And yeah, that's what it.
Today we're talking about the M1 Garand. Made out of black walnut wood and chambered in 30-06. This thing's basically the Elder Gat. If you think black walnut wood and chambered in 30-06.
Chambered in 30, is that 30-06? Is that what he's talking about? Right? That's the round.
This thing's basically the Elder Gat. If you think Harry Potter shaking a stick at you sounds scary, you should see what Grandpa was doing with this thing in the 40s. If you don't know anything about guns, we'll put 30-06 into perspective. That is 5.56. That's what America's current standard weapon, the M4, shoots. The big one all the way over here is 30-06.
Oh, 30-06 Springfield. Okay, that's a big ass round. 762 by 51 NATO. That's basically the big Scar Age type of guns, I guess. 6.62, right? 6.6239. I'm guessing this AK-47 round, right? This one right here. So people, when they hear like 6.62, they'll just assume both are the same one. No, it's really not. Look at this and look at this, like way too of a difference, right? It's like 5.45 is like similar to it, AK-47, which kind of makes sense. There's the 45 ACP, the 1911 cow, anti-cow one apparently. There you go. And that's 9 by 19, basically 9mm, which you play in games all the time. So where is the 308 round? This is 8mm sample. I'm guessing this must be 308. 6.60, 50. I don't know. But yeah, look, it's a big one. Look at that. Was this in Fallout New Vegas, right? Government round 3006 government. That was the name of. I'm pretty sure it was this one.
That's not even made for humans. It's made for bears and moose from like a mile away. Rifle. That's why they called it the M1, because you know how many rounds it takes to win a firefight with this thing? One. That's a complete lie. M1 just stands for Model 1. And Garand comes from the inventor's name, John Garand.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, it's pronounced Garand, so technically it's the M1 Garand, but everybody says Garand. Anyways, on the off chance that it takes more than...
Because it sounds like grand, but it's not grand, so everybody's like Garand. Okay. Garand sounds awesome. It's like, you know, who's like Stephen Colbert? It's probably Colbert. He's not French, but he still says Colbert, so why the fuck not?
This thing is semi-automatic and it holds 8 rounds in an N-block clip. which is a bigger deal than most people realize. You see, back in World War II, every country except for America was using a bolt-action rifle for their standard infantry weapon, meaning they could shoot like 25-ish rounds per minute. Whereas the semi-automatic action of the M1 allowed the Americans to shoot 50 rounds per minute. I'm trying to tell you, this is the origins of accuracy by volume. We've always got a bullet with your name on it. We just have to find out which one it is. Now, being the first of anything...
Not gonna lie, like 30-06 round is like really strong, the way that look at it, and it's like a semi-automatic. Now, most people play video games nowadays, so they like in video games try to be as accurate as they can, at least in past 10 years. So you can immediately realize like semi-auto is like awesome if it's like a one-shot kill. Like let's just say like which is that big sniper, I forgot. Beret, I don't know. Beret is the name, right? Something Beret. M249. I don't even know exactly name. No, M249 is a saw, which is that one big one, right? Their US berets basically use it, 50 caliber one. If something like that is a bolt action, yeah, one shoot probably will kill a car, let alone a person. But if you're like using something 308 hunting rifle, might as well have M1 Garand, because like clang, 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 just like, reload. And I'm pretty sure like I remember a story where people like, okay, they just empty the clip and suddenly put it in, and it's like they made this kind of like efficiency way so they can shoot even more faster, which is like insane.
It comes with its flaws. The first flaw was that when loading the gun, you would take the entire clip and shove it in this hole at the top of the gun, and you would push it down with your thumb. As soon as the clip would click into place, it would release the bolt, and if you didn't know what you're doing, it would snap shut on your thumb. This would lead to your thumb getting all beat up, which is a condition known as grand thumb. Now, I don't think this is a mistake, and just hear me out. If you've ever had a bolt of a weapon snap shut on your thumb, you know the feeling. If you haven't, the closest feeling on earth to it is when you stub your toe. Now close your eyes and imagine the last time you stubbed your toe. Just that immediate fuck. You're just desperately trying to maintain your composure and put a lid back on the fight or flight jar that you just opened. Like you're just immediately on edge.
It's because of bone, right? Toes has like very little flesh and skin around it. It's like it's bone basically. That's what it hurts.
Like if your cat meows, it's getting fucking punted across the room. That moment, that is what happens when a bolt closes on your thumb. Now imagine you're holding a gun and you're in the middle of a firefight and somebody shoots at you right after that happens. Now everybody's getting their ass beat. I'm trying to tell you, I'm thoroughly convinced that is a designed...
Okay, I don't want to pause too much, but adrenaline basically would make you like not feel it that much, right? If you've been to an intense fist fight, you realize like somebody even punch you, don't even feel it. Because a lot of emotions are flying, adrenaline is high. In a death match, let's just say death match, I just said match. In a death fight, which probably is the case every time soldiers go face to face in cases like this, even if you're like finger stuck at it, like you're not gonna feel it. It's a high chance you probably have some scratches on you, or even like some bullet grazed you or something. You have other areas that hurts a lot rather than just like a thumb getting hurt or something. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure there was some kind of a technique. It was a video I saw about a guy who's like a gun enthusiast, right? Who talked about this, and it's just like the way you load it, you're not gonna like trap your thumb or something. So I'm pretty sure like military basically told them to do it like this.
Flaw to weaponize the fight or flight mechanism. Now the other flaw with this weapon was that after you shot the 8th and final round, the entire clip would also eject out of the gun, making a very, very identifiable ping sound. Legend has it that apparently the bad guys could hear that, and then they would know when you were reloading, and then that's when they would attack you. So then the Americans would just start carrying the empty clips with them, and then randomly during the firefight, they would all throw them against the ground, making the same ping sound, while aiming where the enemy is about to pop their heads up at because they think that you just ran out of bullets. And then they basically just started playing whack-a-mole. In conclusion, do not let the wood body of this gun fool you, because at the end of the day, Grandpa still found a way to shoot grenades from it. And it didn't matter if it was a bullet.
What? Empty case without a bullet on top? Empty rounds? So it will have enough pressure to throw that. But isn't that like risky? What if like explodes on you? Look at this. They just made M1 Garand into an RPG. Look at that. What the fuck? It's like when it's like fight to the death, you find creative ways, even if it's risky, I guess.
The day Grandpa still found a way to shoot grenades from it. And it didn't matter if it was a bullet, a grenade, or a bayonet. If you got hit with the M1, it would change your sex life forever. Because the only thing you're gonna be fucking is dead. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. The best way to support the channel is go get yourself a shirt or a hoodie or some stickers at thefatelectrician.com.
And was like, you didn't need to say that? Okay. Yeah, M1 Garand, one of the most famous. It's like, it's like enemy can hit your cling, but it's a cling. It means you have M1 Garand. It's badass. Like, you take the risk. And like he said, it's like whack-a-mole thing. Clang, come on, I guess like do the Call of Duty shit, right? Clang, and just like to take out the pistols, like press first one button. Oh my god. Imagine if, like, some kind of a actual fight happens, like wars are rising up. Imagine some kind of war actually happens, and there are young people, which is like, project like millennials and like Gen Zs are not really tough. That's the thing going on. They're not going to military and shit like that. Imagine if like they had to fight. Let's just say there are drafts now, right? And somehow they're even more effective than people in the past. Like, what the fuck, how that happened? Yeah, we play Call of Duty, and I guess that works here. I'm pretty sure I remember like a lot of instances, even like things like this, were like, oh, I was doing this, so I was playing this kind of game, so it was easier here. It's like, it's surprising when game can like trickle down like that. I'm pretty sure, like, there was like, what's the Forza equivalent in PlayStation? I'm forgetting that. Man, what is that game like? In Microsoft, it's like Forza, right? I forgot the PlayStation one, right? Racers, F1 racers and people like that used to play that game on PlayStation just to get the feel of the track and how to and then they played it. Even though it wasn't completely accurate, like at least they did that. So some shit like that. Imagine like people who constantly play Call of Duty now, they're in draft, now they're the deadliest people on the battlefield, because even though they don't know how to like physically hold the gun and all that, but they know somewhat psychology, because they fought people who didn't have any fear of dying because it was a video game. So certain scenario probably rose up where they just thought of all the scenarios that could happen. Right, well, that was the M1 Garand, the Elder Gat by channel Federation. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.